You are locked in a block universe. However, don't fret, because at your whim, you can create a new one. This channel aims to integrate Christianity and science into a single coherent worldview. Ours is a challenging and frustrating world, and most people think science will make things better. And they're right. Science has made great strides in improving our homes, workplaces, and health via technology. Furthermore, science will continue to raise our standard of living. But it's not the complete solution. Criminals and corrupt governments persist as problems, causing daily suffering to millions of people. Christianity provides help for these issues. I'm not referring to the prosperity gospel or the religious right. I'm referring to imitating Jesus and his model of how to treat people, being selfless and putting the needs of others ahead of your own. My life has always been greatly influenced by science. With my career in biochemistry, it took a prominent position. I discovered early on that breaking down the world into its component parts helps us understand it better. Observing molecules and the principles of physics they adhere to helped me understand mechanisms underlying our universe. I could picture tiny molecular structures moving around, somewhat like parts of a machine. However, I ran into a problem because their motions and collisions follow specific rules without exception. I could look at any group of molecules and wind the clock forward or backward like a videotape, and nothing would change. They always followed the same paths. This lock on all molecules throughout time is referred to as the block universe. Even though we don't have enough information to predict the future, nothing seemed to be able to alter it. The universe was the master of its own affairs. My Christian beliefs maintain that God is in charge and disagreed with this concept. Science put even more doubt on the biblical assertion that choosing to follow Jesus is a free choice. If your molecules are already bonded to the block universe's blueprint, you are unable to make a decision. How could you get your body to pray when its molecules are taking you to eat breakfast? Eventually, I discovered that quantum mechanics might allow for free will. According to one interpretation of the data, statistical probability underpins every energy movement in the universe. While the macro-scale averages of numerous little events make sense to us, the individual when and where of the subatomic world were random. However, since these events were beyond anyone's control, there still remained little room for free will. The majority of scientists today subscribe to this theory and live in a senseless random world. Then the pilot wave theory entered the picture for me. It argued that quantum events were related to hidden variables rather than being random. This meant that their movements were determined. The subatomic world could potentially function in accordance with God's plan if he populated those variables with his desired values. The little stuff would follow God's scheme, and big objects would fall into line according to the laws of Newtonian physics. Thus, it was possible that God set everything in motion in the beginning, and it all came together flawlessly. I thought of this as Block Universe 1.0. The story of Adam and Eve recounts the loss of 1.0. According to this narrative, God answered the question posed by you, me, and Adam, what if I do it my way? By granting Adam the ability to control his body's molecules, God allowed for a deviation from the original 1.0 plan. While the future was new, it was unfortunately flawed. However, history didn't conclude with 1.1. Immediately after consuming the fruit, Adam and Eve lied to God, propelling us into another new future. If they were similar to me, they likely exercised their selfish desires frequently, each instance generating a new block universe. With a population of 8 billion, The universe has seen the creation of many new versions of the future, and each consecutive one takes us further from the original perfect one. Only upon our advancement to 2.0 will you, I, and all the others realize perfect peace and comfort. Please click the thumbs up icon if you like this video. Also leave your comments and questions below. Until next time, remember humility, thanks, and joy.